Shmai pawb. Hi everyone, how are you all? Another grey January day outside, so again I've got my lights on which will affect the colour slightly of the project. I wanted to share another card making tutorial with you today using the fantastic products from the new Salebration catalogue and also a brand new stamp set in the Occasions catalogue. So I'll just bring it up closer for you. I've used Calypso Coral. This has to be one of my favourite colours. I absolutely love it. The stamp set, the big stamp set, is from the new Occasions catalogue, and the fantastic thing is it actually fits the framelets that were in with the frosted bouquet last catalogue. So I'll just go through and show you the products I'm going to be using. I'll just put this to one side. So this is the stamp set, All That You Are, and these two flowers here coordinate with the framelets frosted bouquet. I love the fact now that Stampin' Up are ensuring that you can get the most use out of your framelets by bringing out new stamp sets that coordinate with them. Frosted bouquet, if you didn't get the chance to get it, luckily enough is a carryover item. I must be honest, is one of my favourite stamp sets. Then again, I think I say that about quite a few of them. It was available as a bundle, but you can still get them as separate items. So that's the big stamp set there, and the little flowers, which I've stamped ready, only so I could cut them out. This one then is a Salebration item, and it's called Part of My Story. The sentiments on there are lovely. So here it is. You could keep it in, use it in memory keeping. So there they are. There's all the different sentiments on there. And so that's on that page of Salebration there. I've also used some ribbon from Salebration, and as lovely as the Grapefruit Grove. It comes in a bundle of 5. So again, free with a qualifying order, £45. That's before your delivery costs. So there's that one. The backing paper, the spotty paper, is from this lovely paper set, the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper, which is absolutely beautiful. And also, can you see the butterflies on this paper? They match the new butterfly punch that's in the Occasions catalogue. I'm using, oh, the other thing I forgot, from Frosted Bouquet is the little label framelet. Sorry, I forgot that one. I'm using an old set of oval framelets. They do have a newer set in the catalogue, and they are here, the layering ovals framelets. But seeing as I had those, you can't afford to keep doubling up all the time. And I'm using some of the Stampin' Blends. I haven't got the full collection yet, but I need to go through and see which ones I've got and then order the ones that I'm missing, because obviously they are a massive necessity. So here we go. I'm going to be colouring with the Stampin' Blends, so I'm going to need to stamp using Memento black ink. There we are. So as you can see, I'm taking the ink pad to the stamp. I'm going to stamp this twice because on my original card I have cut out the main flower and leaf and I've decoupaged that on. There we go. I'm going to set it aside to dry for a little bit, and I'm going to stamp it a second time. It sometimes takes a little bit of time to dry, so I often give it a bit of a blast using my heat tool. But if I prepare the rest of the items first, it should be dry enough then for me to colour. There we go. So I put those on one side. I'm just giving it a little bit of a wipe with my wet wipe for now, but then I'll clean it properly at the end. So the sentiment I'm going to use is, for this one, the world needs more people like you. I just think it would really cheer somebody up to receive this little card through the post, because they say that January is such a miserable month. I've even missed parkrun this morning to film this video. Obviously I need to stop doing that because otherwise I won't be able to fit through my attic loft. So there we go. I'm just going to punch the sentiment down here. There we are. That's pretty straight for me actually as well. So then I'm layering that up on 3D pads. I'm just going to let it dry a second onto this piece. And then I'm going to use some of that lovely Grapefruit Grove ribbon as a bit of an element then on the card. I'm just going to put that to one side while I stick this backing paper. Can you see that the back of the paper is absolutely beautiful as well? I've got a new order come in using Christmas money I had. So I'm waiting impatiently for that to arrive. That should be arriving this week. And then my mum and I are off to a crop next week. So I'm planning on taking some of my new stuff with me to make my bulk of Christmas, sorry, Christmas is now gone, of birthday cards for the year to get myself ready for action. If you'd like to see a video of what I'm going to take with me and the cards I've made, if you leave a little comment, I can easily do that then. Right, so that part's ready. What I'm going to do now is layer this on the back of here with the foam pads just to pick them up slightly. So if you have seen the New Occasions catalogue, what's your favourite stamp set from it? I'm a bit of a sucker for butterflies now. I never used to be, but the butterfly sets that they've got in there are absolutely gorgeous. I also like the fact that there's a new man's card, a man stamp set for men's cards, because I do find men's cards incredibly difficult to make. If they've got a hobby, I'm fine. But if they haven't, I find them really difficult. But there's also another lovely stamp set in Salebration called By the Bay, which I also think would make a lovely man's card. So I'm just going to stick the ribbon now. I cut 2 pieces of it. I'm going to cut it, stick it on using just a little tiny bit of sellotape. So it gives it a bit of a tail then like that. Same on the other side. There we go. So are any of you going up to anything crafty this weekend? Oh, my tape, I think, because it's brand new, won't cut very well. So there we go. Stick that on there. It's back to work for me on Monday. I can't wait to see the children. But I still haven't done my schoolwork. But it'll get done. Well, I very stupidly hadn't realised that my video had stopped playing. I think you only missed me just waffling on a little bit about the fact that I've stuck the backing down on my card when I should have stuck the ribbon behind. So I've made a little alteration. I'm now colouring the wrong flowers. It's all going pitong this morning. Perhaps Saturday mornings are not the best for me. Well, due to the magic of television, as they say, I've coloured all those in ready. It's only because I know that my Tesco delivery will be arriving soon. And otherwise, that could be a disaster. So, I'm just layering up now. I've cut out the decoupage piece as well. I'm going to lay that on the big flower here. I think this would be a lovely stamp set for birthdays, sympathy cards. That's another sad occasion we have to make cards for, or just something to perk somebody up. There we go. I'm going to stick that now with foam pads again. And there I was saying about how it's cheaper to send through the post. I'm going all out here with so many layers. I do like the fact that Stampin' Up have so many framelits now that match their stamp sets. My fussy cutting isn't the best. So it's nice then that you know that they'll cut beautifully every single time. I use the magnetic platform on my big shot then to make it even easier for me. And the other thing I've got for the really intricate dies is the precision plate, which does make a difference. There we go. I'm just centering that on there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, I think, just to tuck these behind here. One by there, and I put the big one in the corner on this card just to mix it up a little bit. Not the fact that I put glue on the wrong one, obviously. So there we go. I'm now going to put a bit of double-sided tape on the back without breaking it all to pieces. And I'm going to put that on there like that with those lovely ribbon tails, which were obviously meant to happen. Stick this one up here then. Raise it up again. And put that one down. Like I say, I do have a link just here that I've covered in rubbish to my buy-in page. If there was anything that you fancied getting, I'd love to have you as a customer. There we go, popping that on there, and it's all done. So there we go. That is it's a bit like, now remember Heidi Hi, you have been watching, you have been looking at all that you are part of my story. I've used Calypso Coral, I've used the blends, and I'm just going to use my Wink of Stella brush now and just put a little